Good morning, everyone. I was just playing my guitar a little bit here this morning. I do like to get my fingers on the fretboard and play a little bit every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. So I was sitting here playing for a little bit, and I started to think about a couple of things that I've seen on YouTube recently. Now, I really honestly don't watch a ton of YouTube. I don't like scroll through stuff. There's certain channels that I do like to watch. I do like to check out. I do have a few favorite channels. I do watch other channels, especially smaller channels, because I've subscribed to a lot of smaller channels. And so, YouTube, the algorithm starts to give you more of those. So I do like to see what other people are doing out there. But anyway, I still get YouTube, Sarasota Tim videos popping up in my feed, and I'll watch a little bit of them. I usually don't watch them all the way through, unless they're short, like couple of minute videos. But I feel like someone who has watched a weekly TV show every week, and the show builds on what's been going on previously and stuff like that, and then you miss an episode, and then you go and watch the next episode, and then you're like, wait a minute, did I miss something? What the heck's going on here? So you have to go back and try to catch up. And I feel like that with Sarasota Tim, honestly, because I watched a little bit, a part of one of his videos recently where he was helping rebuild that deck for Ted and Jolene there in Boynton Beach at Tight Pants Point. And I did see a couple of videos where he's just kind of laying by the water, in the sun trying to get a tan. And he's talking about how awesome it is there in Boynton Beach, how that's his home base, and on like that. And then all of a sudden, this video pops up. He's driving in his truck and he's saying, this is the last time I'm ever going to be in Boynton Beach. I'm leaving Boynton Beach for good. I'll probably never come back. And I think he said something about I'm going to find another eye doctor, because I think his eye doctor was in Boynton Beach. And I was thinking, like, what the heck happened? So I listened a little bit of him talking about that he's never going back to Boynton Beach, and I kind of got the feeling like, I wonder if something happened between himself and Ted and Jolene. I wonder if they kicked him out, or they had an argument and he stormed off and left. So you guys tell me what's going on, because I really don't know. I'm not caught up on all the episodes and everything. Now, I did see that he's back at his Flagstaff camp, or wherever that is. Probably temporarily, I would imagine. He did do another video showing all the features of the camper, and I know that drives a lot of people crazy, because he's done that so many times already. Like, look at the fan, look at this, look at the TV, the awesome bedroom, the awesome kitchen. But I do understand that he's selling that camper, so he's probably doing that for potential buyers so they can see the benefits of the camper. I do understand that. So you guys tell me what's going on. Now, for those of you that are going to criticize me for saying anything about Sarasota Tim, I want you to listen to this video carefully, because I'm not criticizing him. I'm just asking questions. And for those of you that have criticized me before for saying anything critical about Sarasota Tim, I would invite you to think about you criticizing me about criticizing somebody else. So you're essentially doing the same thing that you're saying that I'm doing. I know there's a lot of other people out there pointing out his discrepancies, his hypocrisy, and things like that. And, I think a lot of those channels are funny. And, honestly, listen, let's be real. If you're a celebrity on YouTube, and I would say anybody that's got 50, 60,000 subscribers or more is a celebrity on YouTube. And as a celebrity, as that type of personality, a public figure essentially, you're going to get criticism. You're going to get people that are going to bash you, that are going to hate you. But do you think any of those other people are criticizing? Are they writing people back saying that I'm gonna crush you, I'm gonna do this to you, trying to get other people to gang up on them? You know, I don't think so, because listen, if I ever get to 50,000, 60,000 subscribers, which is highly, highly unlikely, very, very improbable, I will not mind if a few people criticize me. I won't even mind if there's channels dedicated to making fun of me. So I think, you know, that's something to think about. The other thing that I wanted to say was, I understand Sarasota Tim having that little cramper, you know, because, you know, if you're still young enough or healthy enough to slip into something like that, why not? But here's the thing with that little thing, is that that's something that you would take traveling to sleep in like you would take a tent. And you wouldn't set up a tent in a parking lot at a casino. You wouldn't set up a tent in a rest area or a truck stop someplace. You would take that little thing to a park, a state park, a national park, a state forest campground, where you had some facilities. So I understand that that if you can still, if you're young enough or healthy enough to camp out in something like that, awesome. It's certainly not someplace that I'd want to live. But I also agree with Sarasota Tim about that big Flagstaff. I think that thing's a little bit too big to haul around. So I know he was thinking about, he was looking at that little smaller teardrop camper when he was out out west someplace. So I think that would probably be better. Now, you may have already seen the video where I showed me and my wife's camper, which is an R-Pod, still made by Forest River, who makes the Flagstaff. Forest River is the parent company that owns a bunch of different camper manufacturers. So Forest River also makes our R-Pod camper. But that thing is, you know, it has a little kitchen area, little dining area that turns into a bed. It's got a big master bed. It's got a bathroom. It's got a nice size refrigerator. But it's also only 19 feet long, and it's about, I don't know, 2,500 pounds. So it's lighter, and it's easier to tow. It's easier to maneuver around. It's easier to back up in. So I do agree with Sarasota Tim. If he's planning on traveling and just being on the road all the time, it might be a better idea for him to get something a little bit bigger. Now, who knows? I mean, he says that he's going to travel, you know, just be on the road perpetually forever. But is that really realistic? You know, maybe he might want to keep the Flagstaff and have a home base, you know, especially if he doesn't want to live in an apartment or rent a flat or something like that from somebody. Might be better to keep what he's got, but we'll see. The further adventures of Sarasota Tim are still to come. So anyway, please let me know what you think was going on, what you think he's going to do. Please don't write me any negative comments, okay? It's better just to, you know, not to say anything or to say something. You know, you can say something that's critical, but you can say maybe you're wrong about something, but please don't be mean, okay? There's no reason for being mean, like I've had some comments before. And if you think that I've been mean or criticized or bashed Sarasota Tim in any way, then please go back and look at the videos that I've done where I mentioned Sarasota Tim. I think there's 3 of them out of the 50 videos that I've made so far, 50 some videos that I've uploaded so far on this channel, and really give those a listen and see if I'm really bashing him. I don't think I've said anything hateful about Sarasota Tim. I've just kind of contradicted some of the things that he said. I've just kind of you know, been critical about some of the things he said because some of the things I don't agree with. Just like we all don't agree with certain things, and sometimes we feel like we have to say something about it. So I'm just pointing things out. I'm not trying to be mean or bash anybody. Anyway, I got to get back to practicing my guitar now. So thanks for listening to my rant. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.